Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good day. Okay, this section we want to discuss about the synchronous machine. Okay, same like DC machine. Yeah, DC machine is also can be divided by two part, generator and motor. Same synchronous machine here can be divided by two part, generator and also motor. Yeah, now so for this section, we want to discuss about the first about the introduction of the synchronous generator. Yeah, for the past it's about the synchronous generator. Now so and then salient pole rotor generator, non-salient pole rotor generators, different between salient and non-salient pole generator, and then principal operation. Yeah, we want to find the basic parameters, yeah, RA, and then short circuit current, base voltage of the synchronous generator, internal generated voltage, equivalency curve, voltage regulator, yeah, more, measuring the model of the synchronous generator, and parallel operation of AC generator means when, for example, when one generator operate first, after that, yeah, the second generator will be connected to the first generator. Now, so how to do the operation two generator in parallel operation. Okay, now so remember when we discuss about the electrical machine, yeah, same for the stator on the for the generator and motor. Yeah, we have the two terms. Yeah, two terms. The first mechanical terms. Yeah, mechanical term. In the mechanical term, we know that two parts. The first is rotor. Yeah, rotor. Yeah, is mechanical part or rotating part. And the stator, yeah, stator is the stationary part. Yeah. Okay, so normally, yeah, also between rotor and stator, yeah, is separated by the air gap. And the second term is electrical terms. Yeah, electrical terms. The electrical term same is divided by two parts. The first is armature. Yeah, armature. Armature is always is contract in the stator. Yeah, normally it is for produce the power. Yeah, in the stator for the synchronous generator. And the second of the electrical terms is field. Yeah, field is the magnetic field component of electrical machine. Yeah, meaning the field, yeah, is generated in the rotor. Yeah, because in the synchronous generator, the winding in the rotor will connected to the DC source. And so the magnetic field will be generated in the rotor, and then what we can call the rotating magnetic. Okay, now so we can see that the magnetic field can be provided by either electromagnet or permanent magnets mounted on either the rotor or stator. And so meaning the magnetic field, is developed by the rotor, because the rotor is constructed by the winding, and then the winding is flowed by the DC current, yeah, the DC current, if it is the DC current, yeah, from the winding, yeah, the DC current flows through the winding in the rotor, and then because the rotor is moved by the prime mover, now so in the rotor will generate the rotating magnet. The synchronous generator is also called as alternator. Yeah, alternator. Yeah, the alternator. And then I repeat again that the rotor magnetic field is produced by permanent magnet. If it is permanent magnet, it's constructed by the rotor, positive and north and south. Yeah, now so it is the permanent magnet. Or can by applying the DC current to rotor winding, yeah, to rotor winding. Maybe can, if it is rotor, okay, it's the rotor, and then we have the contactor, and then the contactor, yeah, this brass contactor, and then after that, can, if we want to supply the DC, yeah, DC current flows through the winding that construct in the rotor, yeah, from the separated DC source, for example, from the battery can, or because this rotor is moved, yeah, is moved, now so we can couple to the DC generator, yeah, construct the DC generator. DC generator uh, uh, can produce the DC current, and then can be connected to the uh, uh, can connected to the winding of the rotor. Yeah, this one. Okay, now so we can see the difference between AC machine and DC machine. Yeah, AC machine and DC machine. The first relate to the supply. Yeah, meaning if we discuss about the AC machine, means this AC machine works on AC supply. Yeah, AC supply meaning if the it is the AC motor, yeah, AC motor is supplied by the AC voltage, and then the machine work from the DC supply, mainly from the battery, DC power supply, or AC to DC power converter. Yeah, this one, yeah, yeah, AC to be DC using inverter. Okay, and then in terms of the supply system, yeah, supply system, AC machine can be single or three phase, meaning if the single is the AC machine is single phase AC machine. If the three phase supplies, meaning the AC machine is three phase AC machine. And then but the DC machine is only single phase, meaning for the polarity positive uh, and negative polarity, positive and negative terminal. Okay, and then starting, the AC machine needs starting mechanism for single phase, not for three phase. Yeah, yeah, meaning the starting like this one before lah. Yeah, for the synchronous generator. And then for the DC machine, using the self starting. Okay, in terms of the stator and rotor, wheel windings are on the rotor that produce magnetic wheel or rotor windings. Yeah, remember, yeah, in the AC machine, wheel winding is construct on the rotor and then will produce the magnetic wheel. But in the DC machine, wheel winding is wound on the stator, the produce magnetic wheel. Okay, it is different between DC and AC machine in terms of the stator and the rotor. Yeah, and then in terms of the wheel windings. Okay, I repeat again, wheel windings in the AC machine, yeah, is on the rotor, but on the DC machine, the wheel winding is on the stator. And then brush and commutator. Okay, AC machine do not use brushes. They are very rough and have long life expectancy. But in the DC ones, wheel motor are constructed with brush and commutator, which add to maintain, limit the speed, and usually reduce the life expectancy of brushed DC motor. Yeah, meaning the DC machine need the brush, yeah, to a brush and a commutator, yeah, to convert to be DC. And then speed control. Yeah, for the AC machine, the speed can be controlled by varying the frequency. Yeah, by varying frequency, because we know that NS is equals 120 F over P. Yeah, and then we know that frequency is proportional to the speed. Now, so if frequency high, the speed is also high. But and then the DC machine, if you want to control the speed is controlled by varying the armature windings current. Meaning because the winding, yeah, exactly for the it is for the motor, for the motor speed motor. We want to control the motor speed. So please vary the current that flows through the armature winding. Okay, now so we can see, yeah, this the first we want to discuss about the salience for rotor generator. Yes, the magnetic fold on the rotor can be either salient or non-salient construction. Yeah, salient means protracting or sticking out. Yeah, we can see here. Yeah, we can see here it is salience. Yeah, salience, or we can call also sticking out. Okay, now so and then normally, yeah, for the salience fall of the synchronous generator, yeah, has four uh, or more number of volt. Yeah, and then the winding can be construct here. Yeah, can be construct here. Yeah, we can see like this one. Yeah, we want the wire. Yeah, here like this one, and then connect to here, connect to here, connect to here, connect to here. The last terminal here in the rotor, and then connect to the DC supply. Yes, salient poles, magnetic pole that sticks out radially from the shaft of the rotor. Electromagnetic windings are wrapped around the pole itself. Okay, normally the salience fall in terms of the number of fall is four or more falls. And then we can also can see the construction of the salient faults. Yeah, it is the stator. It is the stator. And then the stator uh, the stator is put it winding also. Yeah, the winding is put it here. Yeah, here. And then it is the type of the salient fault. Yeah, salient fault here. We can see here. And then the winding is put it here for the rotor. When the rotor move, yeah, remember before the winding is flowed by the DC current, and then the rotor move, yeah, DC current flows through the winding, produce the magnetic, yeah, the magnetic wheel. So the rotor move, so will produce the rotating magnet, and then arrive to the stator. Yeah, meaning the stator is induced the voltage. So the terminal of the stator will produce the voltage also. Okay, so we can see here the right side. Yeah, it is construction of the salience fall rotor. Yeah, salient fall rotor. How many number of the fall? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 fold. Yeah, we can see 6 fold. Yeah, now so we can see the winding here. The winding is here, the winding is here, the winding is here, the winding is here, the winding is here. Connect together. We can see here to connect to the in series one part group of the winding connect to here in series to produce the fault for the node and source. Number of node and number of source is same. Yeah, and then connected to the DC supply. Okay, and then it is the non-salient pole of the rotor generator. Okay. Now, so in terms of the construction, that the magnetic pole with windings embedded flush with the surface of the rotor. Electromagnetic windings embedded in notches on the surface of the rotor. Yeah, we can see here. Yeah, it is for the, let's say this one is not short, not short. Yeah, and then we can see here that for the non-salient pole, yeah, the rotor is constructed by the some slot, yeah, some slot, and then every slot is put it by the winding, yeah, to produce the fall. Yeah, for example, this for the knot and then this for the shock. Yeah, and then normally, yeah, normally the non-salient faults in terms of number of fall is 2 fall or 4 falls. And then in terms of diameter and also the length of the rotor, we can see after this. Yeah, we can see this non-silent. It is non-salient fault rotor generator. This one. We can see here like this one. Yeah, we can see in terms of the length. We can see the structure of the rotor or the non-salient fault is long. Yeah, we can see here. And then normally the non-salient fault rotor generator, yeah, it is for the turbo generators. Turbo generators. Okay, and then we can list the difference between salient and non-salient rotor generator. Okay, for the salient, rotor has a large number of projecting or salient poles having the core bolt onto a heavy magnetic core of cast iron or geosteel of good magnetic quality. Yeah. Now, so uh, if one rotor, yeah, if one rotor, and then it is construct uh, to be salient pole. If the number of the salient pole, meaning we want to increase the number of pole, yeah, the number of salient to be increased also. Now, so we'll increase the number of pole, the diameter of rotor to be increased. And then for the non-silent, rotor consists of the smooth solid post steel cylinders having a number of slots for accommodating field coil. Yeah, and so the construction of the non-salient for rotor generator like a cylinder, uh, more longer, yeah, more longer if the compared to the salient in terms of the length of the rotor, the non-salient rotor generator is longer than the salient pole rotor generator. And then we can see here, salient pole machine are large in the diameter but smaller in axial length. Now, there, I repeat again that for the salient rotor generator in terms of diameter of the rotor is larger compared to the non-salient rotor generator. Diameter is larger, but the length is shorter compared to the non-salient rotor generator. Okay, I repeat, for the non-salient rotor generator, they are smaller in term of diameter, but longer in term of the length. And then for the salients, usually number of pole on the rotor is 4 or more in term of the number of pole. And the non-salient in term of the number of pole 2 or 4. Yeah. Okay, and then the difference for the salient for rotor creates considerable air turbulence in the air gap between the rotor and stator as the rotor rotates, resulting in relative high windage losses. Yeah, meaning we can see if it is alliance, yes, salient pole, yeah, like this one. Now, so there is empty space lah, I can call, yeah. Now, so it is potential for the air, and then after that, the air losses will be increased. Yeah. On the non-salients, windage losses is less compared than the salients. The relative smooth surface of the rotor reduce windage losses, that is, the energy lost to moving the air around the air gap between the rotor and the stator, acts as wind effect. Yeah. And then in terms of the speed, salience for medium speed, the speed is around 120 to 500 RPM. For the non-salient has the higher speed is around 1000 to 3000 RPM. Okay, and then in terms of the capacity, the salience for rotor generator lower power generation. The capacity is around 800 megawatt. It is for hydropower plant. And then the non-salient higher power generation is around 1,500 megawatt. Okay, for the turbine. Yeah, this one. And so meaning the we can conclude that the non-salient, it is we can call also the turbo generator, means the capacity of the non-salient synchronous generator is higher than salient rotor generator in terms of the capacity. Yeah. Okay, and then in terms of the construction, we can call the salients. Yeah, four are sticking out from the space. Yeah. And then the non-salient unslotted portion of the cylinder acts as pole. Yeah, and the salient constructed winding on the poles and a uniform air gap. Okay, non-salient one distributed winding and essentially uniform air gap. Okay, for the salients, mechanical weak prime mover use are water turbine. Okay, mechanical strong prime mover use are steam turbine electric motor. Yeah, it is same. Yeah, the last and this one is same. Yeah. Okay, it is the difference between the salients and non-salients. Okay, and then we can see how the synchronous generator works. Yeah, remember I repeat again. Yeah, the first, yeah, because we know the basic principle. What is generator? Generator is a machine that converts mechanical energy to be electrical energy. Meaning mechanical, yeah, rotor is part of the mechanical. Rotor is rotating part. So will produce the electric. Electric will be produced in the stator. Rotor. Rotor is constructed by the winding, and then the winding is connected to the DC source. DC source can from the separately DC source battery or connected to the others like the DC generator that couple together using the DC generator. For example, the DC generator produce the DC current, and then DC current connect to the rotor winding, yeah, to produce the magnetic field. After that, rotor move. Rotor move. Because rotor move, now so the magnetic wheel will move also. That we can call the rotating wheel. Yeah, rotating wheel. After that, because the stator, yeah, is also constructed by the winding, the rotating magnetic arrive to the winding. Yeah, when they arrive to the winding, means will produce the induced voltage. Yeah, this one. The induced voltage is given by minus N d flux over dt, or E induced voltage is equal to Cn multiply flux. Okay, we can see here. Meaning there is there is the change of magnetic flux. Yeah, there is the change of magnetic flux to the time. Yeah, to the time. This one. Yeah, it is the formulation, basic formulation that induced voltage generated on the stator. Okay, now we can see the video for synchronous generator, how this synchronous generator operate. Yeah, we can see here. Yeah, I repeat again. Yeah, you can see. Okay, now the winding is on the rotor. Yeah, then the rotor winding is flowed by the DC current. Means the magnetic field will produce here. Yeah, because the rotor is moved by the prime over. Yeah, in the rotor will occur the rotating magnet. Now, so this one, yeah. Okay, now we want to know, yeah, the construction of the rotor. Yeah, this rotor. Yeah, this one is rotor. Now the type of the rotor is salient fall. Now this one is the rotor winding. The rotor winding is flowed by the DC current. Yeah, we can see. Yeah, rotating magnetic will produce. Yeah, now so it is the type of the salient fall rotor. Okay, we can see here like this one. Yeah, uh, the winding rotor has two terminal. It is for the positive and negative terminal that connected to the DC source. Okay, now this winding in the stator. Yeah, this winding in the stator to produce same north and south valve. Okay, and then we can see here it is the end of the stator winding, meaning the induced voltage will generated in the two terminals on the stator generator. Okay. So the sinusoidal waveform will be generated. Yeah, now so because there is the chain of flux, yeah, there is the chain, the different flux, yeah, to the time. Now so um, if it is the connected to the load, current can flow. Now so the the waveform is sinusoidal. We can see. So then, okay, now we want to know how the DC current can be supplied to the rotor winding. Yeah, this one we can see. Yeah, using the slip ring because it is moved. Yeah, it is the DC generator. Okay, because connected the rod meaning the rotor synchronous generator is coupled to the rotor of the DC generator, yeah, to produce the DC current, and then DC current will connect it to the rotor winding of the synchronous generator. Okay, so we can call here the self-excited generator. Okay, can also, if we want to connect to the separately DC source, for example, it is positive and negative connected to the outside of the constructed of the generator using the battery. But remember, the battery can be low in terms of the voltage. And so, but this case, because it is continue, the rotor of the DC generator will move together. And so, will continue produce the DC source to supply to the rotor winding of synchronous generator. Okay, okay, we can see the our slide back. Okay, and then we can see that two common approach to supply. I repeat again, to supply the DC supply to rotor windings. The first supply the power from external DC source to rotor by means slip ring and brushes. Okay, it is meaning I can see I can call from the battery. The second supply the DC power from special power source mounted directly on the shaft of the generator. It is we can call the shaft excited generator. On the largest scale machine, brushless exciter are used to supply the DC field current to machine. A brushless exciter is small AC generator with the each wheel circuit mounted on the stator and each armature circuit mounted on the rotor shaft. Okay, it is we can see. It is the overall construction of the synchronous generator. Yeah. Now, so we can see here it is the exciter. Yeah, exciter meaning for produce the DC source. Yeah, this one. And we can see also in terms of the length of this generator, we can call this one is one type of the non-silent salient salient rotor generator, yeah, because it is the long. Okay, okay, so we can see also here, yeah, it is a construction of the synchronous generator. It is rotor and this one is stator. Okay, this up using the bearing, rotor, stator, and this one is housing. Okay, okay, and then same this one we can see here. Okay, we can see here it is like the uh, for the large generator. Yeah, large generator. Okay, okay, and then same it is the large generator rotor completely assembly. Okay, now so we can see it is we can see from here that uh, we can call it is not non-silent rotor generator also. And then from here, we can see large hydro generator for the vertical. If you can see here, in terms of the length of the rotor, okay, it is short, and then in terms of diameter, large. Okay, we can call here this type is salient rotor generator. Yeah, same like this one. It is the for the large silent, yeah, salient fault hydro generator. Yeah, because we can see here in terms of diameter is big, and then see here can also it is salient rotor generator. Okay, it's enough here. Thank you very much.